welcome to another video. In this video, I will be going through all of the series that I've started physically. I got this idea from both Sarah Crowley and Destiny Sidwell because recently they've gone through and made a list or whatever of all of the series they've started and not continued, and it got me thinking that I've probably started a lot too. So I'm only going to go through all of my physical series I've started because I can't get into audiobooks and ebooks. So first I'm going to pull all of the first books of series so we can see how many series it is, and then I will go through and pick which ones I want to read in this video, because this video will also be a reading vlog. I hope to read 3 or 4 in this video. So I'm gonna get started. Okay, so I think these are all of the series that I've started. No, I'm wrong. Okay, so these are all the series that I've started physically and have not finished. Some of them I have continued, but I haven't finished. And some of them I've just read the first one. Again, I'm leaving out ebooks and audiobook series that I've started. There's probably books that I've read that I just don't know it has a sequel. So if those exist, sorry. So I'm gonna quickly go through these, I guess. And I don't know. Okay. So first in the Mistborn series, I've only read the first one of this. I believe this is the first one in the Tim Prince Brennan series. I've read 4 of these so far, but there's 18. This is the first in the Bridgerton series, The Duke and I. It is the show cover. Unfortunately, I've read 2 of these so far. This is the first in the Dark Tower series. This one's called The Gunslinger. I've only read 1 of them, but I do own quite a few of them. The first in the Brown Sisters trilogy, I think it's called. I've only read the first one. I started with the prequel to the Throne of Glass series, so that's the only one I've read in that series so far. This is an interconnected standalone series, and I started with the 3rd one, so I do want to go back and read the first 2, so I'm including it in this. This is one of my 5-star reads from when I got back into reading a couple years ago, and I recently just found out that there's a sequel that I did not know about, so I need to read that. The Ex-Hex, I'm not sure the name of the series, but I do know that there is a sequel out and a 3rd one coming out this year. I have only read the first one. This is the Witcher series. There's different orders you can read it in. I started with one of the collections of the short stories, and that's all I read is this one. One of Us is Lying. This is a trilogy. I just read the 2nd one, but I still haven't read the 3rd one yet. A Court of Thorn and Roses. I read the first one. I wasn't a big fan. I haven't continued the series, but I am interested in continuing it one day. Crazy Rich Asians. This is part of a trilogy. I've only read the first one. Practical Magic. I believe there's 3 books in this series because I think there's a sequel to this and there's also a prequel to this. I've only read this one though. Magnolia Parks. This is a first in the Magnolia Parks world. I've read this one, and then the one you read next, which is Daisy Hates. Red Rising. This is part of a series. I believe there's 6 books out. I've only read the first one so far. Lovelight Farms. The first one was a Christmassy book, so I read this one in December, but it is part of a series. I think there's either 3 books out right now and a 4th one coming out, or there's already 4 out. The rest of them aren't Christmassy, so I do want to continue this series. And The Naturals. This is 4 books and 1 novella in this series, and I've only read the first one so far. So I'm going to put these in order of size because otherwise it's going to bother me. Okay, that's roughly in the order of size. So now I'm going to count how many series it is. 18! I have started 18 series physically that I have not finished. Okay. I don't think I realized it was this many. I really don't think I knew that. Because this is a lot. Okay, so I think my next step is dividing it up by which books I already own the sequels to, because I'm gonna read ones I already have the sequels to right now as a money-saving thing. So that's what I'm gonna do next. That's about even, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so 10 of them I already own the next book I need to read in the series, and 8 of them I don't. So I really have no excuse for those 10 because I own the next one. I own, for the Dark Tower series, I own 2, 3, 4, and 7, I think. Maybe not 4. For the Bridgerton, I've already read the second one. I own 3 and 4. The Mistborn series, I own all 3 of them. Assassin's Blade, I bought the first Thunderglass book to read. The Last Wish, I have the next collection of short stories to read. Crazy Rich Asians, I have book 2 and 3 already. Red Rising, I have the next book, which is called Golden Sun. The Naturals, I have the next book, which is called Killer Instinct. And Magnolia Parks, I have almost all the books. I haven't gotten the newest one. So I've already read Daisy Hates, and then I have, they're actually right here. I have Magnolia Parks, A Long Way Home, and Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. So now I have 10 series to pick from for which ones I want to read in this video. And I'm going to move this stack since we're not reading any of these right now. Okay. This is a series I'm buddy reading with my boyfriend, and I don't think we're going to pick it up anytime soon. So this is a no. The 3rd season of the show is coming out soon, so I do want to get to the books. Not that it really matters because it doesn't necessarily follow it, I've learned, because the first book and the first season are pretty good. The second book and the second season are kind of really different. And I already know they're skipping over the 3rd book for the 3rd season to get to the 4th book's romance. And so, like, I would have to read the 3rd and 4th book. And I think the 3rd season comes out at the end of May, or at least the first half of it does. So that's a contender. I own so many of these books. Like I said, I've read 1 through 4, and I think I own like 5 through 10, maybe 5 through 9, and then I own like 11, 12, 13, and then 18. Like, I own like a lot of them, so I could definitely continue the series easily, and I have been wanting to pick up another one. I just noticed this is a copy that I think Sypha chewed on. I'm not sure which cat did that, but I'm pretty sure it was Sypha. Did I even know that was chewed on? I don't even remember if I knew about that or not. This is a contender. I've also been wanting to get back into this series because one of my friends gave me the whole series because it's like her favorite series, and I didn't really enjoy the first one, and now that I'm getting more into fantasy, it would be like a good thing to pick up, so I think that's a contender. I loved this book so much, and I'm so excited to continue the series. But I just don't think it's wise to continue a large series right now when I'm trying not to buy books. And I know I already bought the first one. I had a gift card. So I'm thinking this is a no for now, even though I really want to continue it. I want to continue the series because we named our cat after one of the characters, but I just am not feeling it right now, so I'm also going to put this one in the no category. I kind of forgot the series existed until recently, and I did just do a reread of the first book, so it is fresh in my mind, so it would be a good time to continue this series. Me and my boyfriend are also buddy reading this series, and we're reading it because I wanted to, okay? And he has already started Golden Sun, but he has also not gotten very far into it. I have not even started it, so I should probably put this on the list of books I should read, even though I wasn't a huge fan of this book. I do have the second one to read. I really like this book. This book is really fun. I did get the second book in the series for Christmas because I wanted to continue the series, but as it is a series and I'm trying not to buy books, probably not a good idea to continue this right now, so I think I'm going to put this one to the side. Like I said, I already own most of this series, just not the newest one that came out this year, and I recently just read the sequel, the one you read after this one, so it is a good time to continue this series, so I think I am going to put this one in the maybe pile. Alright, so now I have 6 books to pick from, and I think that's a pretty good stack, and I think I'm going to leave it at the 6 books for now, because I am a bit of a mood reader, so I think I'm gonna have a TBR, if you will, of these 6 books. And then throughout this video, I will decide which ones I want to read. Like I said, I'm trying to get through like 3 or 4. Kind of just depends on how the month of May goes to whether I will get through all those or not, because I don't really want this video spilling too far into June. So yeah, I honestly don't even know which one I want to start with. I think I want to start with the Crazy Rich Asians sequel because I just finished my reread of that recently. I think that's what I want to start with, which is called China Rich Girlfriends. I think I'm going to get out all the sequels and have them lined up next to this stack, but I do think I'm going to start with this one. So Magnolia Parks, Crazy Rich Asians, Golden Sun. The next Bridgerton book I have to read is An Offer from a Gentleman. That is book 3, which is Benedict's story again. Season 3 will be Colin's story, which is book 4. And then I don't know which Temperance Brandon book is next. Every single time I go to read one of those books, I have to look up the order because I can never remember. So the last one I read was book 4. So the next one is called Grave Secrets. I know I own it. I just gotta find it, guys. I'm so stupid. I'm looking in the wrong place. It's on my cart because I wanted to get to it this year. And the next Mistborn book, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't feel like getting it out right now. If I decide to read it, I'll get it out then. Anyway, so those are the books. Pretend the sequel is right here. We're just not getting it out right now because it's behind so many books. That is my TBR for this video, and we will see which ones I decide to read. And that is all for now because I have plans I gotta get to.